welcome back to Liz Sews. Today we're going to start the tutorial for Simplicity 8436. This pattern is a Madeline by Simplicity and should be available in most places where you purchase Big Four patterns currently. I do get a lot of requests to do this tutorial, so it is long awaited. And I think it's good for beginners in that it's a fairly easy construction. The entire cup is just one single piece here. And it is a partial band bra, meaning that the band does not extend all the way around the cup, right? You just have the center piece with the bridge and then the side band piece as well. So construction-wise, fairly simple. So one bad part of this pattern I would say is that it's just not very size inclusive. The envelope only comes in one size set, so if it doesn't work for you, you're kind of out of luck. The minimum chest measurement, so the under bust measurement right here, is 26.5. And the biggest it goes to is 38 3/8 of an inch. So not very wide. I'm actually, for myself, I use the second largest size band, just to give you an idea of the sizes included. And then it has cup size A through double D. So today I'm just going to take you guys through measuring this for yourself, as well as cutting out the different pattern pieces that you'll need. And then tomorrow we'll start constructing the bra, and then on the third and final day we will put the finishing touches on. So let's get started. So first let's determine which size we need to wear. I actually think these charts are super helpful. I kind of wish more people would include these charts. So in this one we are going to measure underneath our bust, and then that number we're just going to find where it lies on this chart. So in my case, I'm 34.5 is my under bust measurement. So I just slide on over and I see that I need to make a 40 band. Now I will say this is really different. I don't make a 40 band in any other bra I've made, and I've made, well, probably 100 bras at this point. So typically I would make a size 34 or 38 depending on what the pattern designer suggests. But in this case, the pattern designer suggests a 40 band, so that's what I'm going to make. So this is one case where you need to pay attention to what they suggest and not what your ready to wear size is. So if this has a pretty limited range of what will fit this pattern. So the smallest chest size it will accommodate is a 26.5, and the largest chest size it will accommodate is a 38 3/8. So you need to fall within those two ranges, and then it will tell you which band size to use. Then we move on to determining our cup size. And this is something that people get a lot of problems with or misread it. If you want to see here, it says fullest chest measurement minus band size. So not your band measurement, but your actual band size. So you want to take your measurement around the fullest portion of your bust and then subtract the band size. So in my case, my full bust is 39 inches. If I subtract my band size of 40 inches, what I get is -1. So according to this, I shouldn't be able to use this pattern, but I go ahead and just use the A cup size as the smallest size available. So even though for the A cup and a 40 band, the smallest size should accommodate somebody who has a full bust measurement of 40.5. But I'm going to go ahead and use the A cup, and that actually fits me quite well. The fabrics that are used in this are all stretch, so it is a little bit forgiving in terms of sizing because it's not a rigid bra. But I would say that these cups tend to lean on the small size, and that's easily shown by the fact that I'm using a cup size which should be about a whole cup size bigger than what I need. So I do think that these lean much smaller than what this chart says. So I would probably recommend going up a cup size. So if you have like a 1.5 inch difference, I might make a B cup instead of an A cup. So let's take a look at the wires chart here. It's not very clear, but basically what they're saying is anything that's in a diagonal is the same size wire. And wires are typically sold by their B cup measurement. So a 38 wire is going to fit a 38B, but it also fits a 40A, a 36C, a 34D, and a 32 double D. So you can see all of those sizes which are in a diagonal will be the same size wire. And though this pattern doesn't explicitly state it, what you need is a plunge wire. So not your traditional day style. What you want is a plunge wire, and that's going to be much shorter in the center front section and then longer in the underarms. So now that we know which size we want to pick out, let's look at the pattern pieces. One of the reasons I think this might be a good bra for a beginner is there are just 3 pattern pieces. So we have our band, 1 piece for our cup, and you can see here I've marked in where my dart placement is, and then 1 piece for the bridge. So first up, you want to cut everything out in lace. You've gotten mirror images of the cup piece and then mirror images of the band piece, so 2 of each, and then 1 of your bridge piece right here. When I'm cutting out my lace, one way that I find that makes it really easy to get this sort of mirror image effect is I'll cut out 1 piece, and then I flip it over, and then I just match it up on my large piece of lace. I'll match this up so that it is a perfect overlap, and then I'll cut out my second piece. And that way I know that I'm getting a good mirror image and that the lace will look pleasing once I put it on, because everything is mirrored. So in addition to all this lace, all of these pieces are also going to get lined. For the cups, I'm lining it in a micro mesh. This is really, really lightweight mesh material, so super stretchy. It should be about 50% stretch, but very lightweight and not very thick or stable, anything like that. For the bands, I've chosen to line these in a power net, which while it still has 50% stretch, it's just a lot chunkier. As you can see, it's much more difficult to see through the power net. It's just going to give me a little bit more stability in my band. And then the pattern doesn't mention this, but I would definitely line your bridge piece in a non-stretch lining. So I've used sheer cup lining here, and I'm actually going to do 2 layers of lining in the bridge, because this is where a lot of tension is going to be on the bra. And so I just need to make sure this is like super strong and stable. So that's why I'm going to go with 2 layers of sheer cup lining. So those are all of your pieces. So you got your 3 pieces cut out in lace and then lining. So here we have all of the notions. So first up, I have underwire channeling. So this is a version that is I think it's like a nylon material. It's almost like double fold bias tape that's been sewn. So that's what I'm going to use. But I also frequently use this stuff, which is plush underwire channeling. Either of them will work. I just don't quite have enough of the plush one to put in the bra, so I'm just going to use this nylon one instead. Then I have my strap elastic. You're going to need about 1 yard of this. So it's sort of shiny on one side and then fluffy on the other. These are straps that I've sort of cannibalized from a past bra that didn't work out. So I've already got the rings and sliders already on them, but I'll show you how to do that even though mine are pre-built. So you will need sliders and rings that match the same width of your strap elastic. So in my case, I think this might be a 5/8 of an inch, so I have 5/8 of an inch sliders on here. Then you're going to need some picot elastic, and that's going to go along the bottom of the band piece there. I have some more picot elastic, which is about the same size, and it's going to go along the neckline edge, but you won't see it from the front of the bra. You can certainly use the same picot elastic for both the bottom and the neckline edge. I just got a couple different colors here. I got like this nice light lilac and then a gray one to go with the neck, but if you just have like one long length of picot will work, so you can use it in both places. I have hook and eyes. So for this one, it really only accommodates 2 tall. So that's what I've got here. You can see when I put this against there, I can't really fit in a 3x3. And then lastly, we have our underwires. And like I had mentioned, these are going to be the plunge style underwires, is what's going to work best in this bra. That concludes day 1 of the Simplicity 8436 Sew Along.